Hi, everybody. Welcome to the happy hour. It's Wednesday. Let's get them winners flowing here, and we'll get right to it. Just before we get to it, we'll say hi to Ron, hi to Ramon. The three Ramigos are here on a Wednesday afternoon to get you some winners. Excited about today's slate of college basketball action. NBA, I think there's a couple spots I'll have for you. And then one premium, as I told you on the morning show, I'll find you that one play that I would have put in that it's like, it's one that's like right on the cusp that you want to, but you don't want to. So I am going to make a bet on it myself, and I'll give it to you here. So let's get to the cappers and see how we're doing. If you're new to Tony's Picks, hey, welcome aboard. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Appreciate it. And let's get right to it. How you doing, Ron? How you doing, Ramon?
Doing good, man. Good winning night last night. I told you NBA sucked. I gave you 2 out of 3 winners. I should have played them as premiums, but I did win with the Toronto Raptors. Nice win there for me. Hockey, man. Flyers. I don't get it, man. That should have been a play, and now they're 10-2. They were 10-1 last night, but yeah, now 10-2. And the big one, of course, you guys. I think we were all on it. Texas A&M beat my Auburn Tigers, and it was just a bad, bad spot for the Auburn Tigers last night. So we all cashed that. Today, 2-1 so far in the Champions League. We did drop Leverkusen. You're playing Bayern Munich, you're in trouble anyway. But now you get a red card. Yeah, it's just not going to end pretty. So winning day so far. Let's get at it tonight.
Sounds good. Sounds good. How are you, Ramon?
Yeah, I'm off a Champions League winner here to start the day with Barcelona. So let's keep it going. Let's have a great Wednesday.
And your free pick yesterday here on interest. So, hey, this is basically your 2-0, right? Because you had
Yeah.
your premium on Barcelona, and then you hit
I
the
just
free
did
play
my
yesterday on Inter.
My
You're
best
killing
bet
me
was Inter.
today.
Yep.
So good start to this Wednesday. Let's and then if you watch the morning show, hey, I'm 1-0 in a preseason baseball game that I gave a
Right,
rant on.
game of the
It's like,
year. Game of the year preseason.
Ball
Don't
game.
sleep on Rod in the preseason, baby.
yeah.
Mr. Preseason, they call him.
Good old
Check
the
it out.
Buccos got us to win over the Blue Jays. So, and then they're like gonna get mad at me up here in Canada, going, "What? You got bet against the Blue Jays?" Yes, we had.
Gausman. Gas can.
Gausman, right?
Gausman.
Oh, he pitched like what, 2 innings?
Did he?
Yeah, about 2 innings in the game he
Oh,
went.
they're going these days
Um,
anyway. Jeez.
Went a few innings. They have a on the pitch count. Same with Mitch Keller. He went a few innings as well, but he gave
Yeah.
up one bomb early, so the Blue Jays got up 1-0, and then the Pirates came roaring back, and then the Pirates staved off the Blue Jays because they were right there ready to pounce for the big comeback in that one. But speaking of getting to these games, let's get to it. Kicking it off in the NBA as we always do. We got the Heat taking on the Cavs. Minus 12 for the Cavs in that one. Total 222. We got the Jazz heading into Washington. Washington minus 5.5 in that one. Total 230.5 in that one there. And then we got the Timberwolves heading into Charlotte. Timberwolves laying 8 in that matchup. Total 225.5. Portland heading into Boston. That's down a point or maybe almost a full point and a half there in that one. Celtics laying 9.5 at home. Total 224 in that one. Quick little peek at the injury report, see what's going on there. On the Portland side of things, it's just Grant. Game time decision. Aton, Thibault, and Williams out for Portland. On the Boston side of things, we got some game time decisions. Brown, Tatum, game time decision for Boston. We got Holiday out, Porzingis. Well, actually, they're still listed as game time decision, but not likely for Holiday and Porzingis being very unlikely. It's listed there, but they're still on a little game time decision, but unlikely there in that one. Looking at the Heat taking on the Cavs, we got Tyler Hero, game time decision in that one. We got Jackass Jovic and Nikola Jokic out, Ware out, Wiggins out for the Heat in that matchup. On the Cleveland side of things, I'm not seeing anybody out for the Cleveland Cavs in that matchup. On the Utah side of things, well, get ready, here it comes. We got a lot of guys out on the Utah side of things. Springer, Sexton, Markkanen, Kessler, Collins, Clarkson, George, game time decision. That's quite the lineup they're rolling out there in Utah. On the Washington side of things, Sadiq Bey out, Brogdon out, Holmes out, Jones out, Poole out. Definitely going to see the G Leaguers going in that one tonight. Heading on over to the Timberwolves in Charlotte. On the Timberwolves side of things, Randall, game time decision in that one. Connolly and Gobert out for the Timberwolves. On the Charlotte side of things, looking at like Okaji, the only one that's going to be out there in that one. A couple game time decisions, but they're most likely to play. So I'm going to say just Okaji out for Charlotte in that matchup. Those are the first four. Heading on over to Ron. What do you think there?
Yeah, I'm going to look at the Miami-Cleveland game. I know Cleveland covered last night, but they're just such a good team, and Miami's in infirmary right now. So definitely want to take the Cavs in that one. Looking at the DGen game of the night, even my spreadsheet has NAs on this game. Utah and Washington. Has Washington been favored at home? I don't think so. I don't think so because I got an NA there. So, yeah. But what I am due, neither team's going to play defense here. So that 229 seems a little light. So give me the over in that one. And Portland, they just keep rolling, man, against the Eastern Conference. You know, they did break their straight up streak, Cleveland in overtime the other day, but they've been covering 12 in a row ATS. So give me the Portland Trailblazers in that one, plus the points.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you think there, Ramon?
Yeah, Ron, not only have the Ron, I'm talking to Ron and Rod, but I'm talking to Ron because I'm talking about the Wizards and have they been favored. They haven't been favored at all until tonight. This is it. Now they're favored 5 points. This is the game of all games here with the Jazz and the Wizards. If they're going to put a favorite 5 points on the Wizards, I'm laying it. I mean, they must, yeah, all the cliches, guys, must be favored for a reason. When you've got Bub Carrington, you've got Koulibaly, you've got Middleton. Give me the Wizards -5 here in this one. I can't rattle off a bunch of stats because they're NA, Ron.
Exactly.
So we know what the deal is here, right, guys? You look at the Jazz in this lineup. I'm trying to figure out what makes these, I can get it when you got all these superstars, but the Jazz seem to take every game off right now like they think they're superstars. I'll give them I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I mean, I don't want to make fun of injured guys, but if you can get in there one game and you can't get in there the next, I'm talking about basically their whole lineup. You mentioned it. Sexton, Clarkson, Markkanen, Kessler, the guys you need if you're the Utah Jazz just to hang in there in their mediocre season here. Not even that. I mean, both teams are bad. So give me the Wizards here. I've spent too much time talking this game.
Right on the DJ special tonight. It's like, definitely not playing that game.
They only give you so many games, Rob.
Yeah, pay you to watch
so
that
it's just
game.
like, yeah, you'll get that one. Yeah, it would definitely be lean to the Wizards there now because it's you know why that is the way it is. It's because the Jazz have lost 9 straight road games. So expect them to get up for the G League going with nobody in it, and all of a sudden, imagine they get it together and whoop the Wizards. Maybe I don't know. It's just the Wizards being favored is a scary proposition. So yeah, I'm not going to talk about this
11 and 49 in your favor. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm laying. Some of the books are out to 5.5 right now.
On to a better game. Look at Portland. I'm going to take Portland plus the points in that one. This Portland club just solid against the Eastern Conference. They just keep winning games. 10-0 ATS this season versus the Eastern Conference opponent. Just get up for it. I think overall they're on a 12-0 ATS run versus an Eastern Conference opponent. So, yeah, give me Portland plus the points in that matchup. Basically, the only one I like in out of those ones. If anything, I would have to lay it with the Timberwolves in that one. And you know what I am going to take, though, just for why not? I'm going to take the Heat in the first quarter on the money line. Why? Because I think they're like 9-1 in the last 10 first quarter money lines as a dog. And it's a big one there tonight. Win this game? I don't think so. But win the first quarter? Sure. You get Cleveland snap and take the Heat a little bit lightly, and they lose that first quarter, and then come roaring back? Sure. Sprinkle on the Heat on the money line in the first quarter. All right, let's head on to the last four of the NBA slate tonight. We got the Dallas Mavericks heading into Milwaukee. Milwaukee on the back-to-back, laying 11. Ooh. All right, we got the Kings heading into Denver. Denver laying 6 in that matchup. Total 235. We've got OKC heading into Memphis, laying 8. We got the Pistons heading into LA to take on the Clippers. Man, that Rockets just skyrocket overnight. Hasn't moved much all day, though. I see it's still Detroit minus 4.5, and that one total 219. Check the injury report. For these games, we're looking at Dallas, and it's a mile long. PJ Washington out, Lively out, Hardy out, Gafford out, Exum out, Davis out, Martin out. Kai Jones is the game time decision there in that matchup. Looking at the Bucks side of things, hey, everybody's going to play in this one. It looks like, well, maybe not everybody. Giannis looks like he's going to play. Kuzma, Lillard, looks like they're all going to play in this one. Connaughton, Nance, Portis, and Trent. Portis, believe, down to 16 games left on his little suspension there for the Bucks. On the Sacramento side of things, we can get a little counter over here that says Portis countdown. Look at the Sacramento side of things. Malik Monk out, Sabonis out. Denver side of things, Aaron Gordon and Joker are questionable in that one. Game time decision. Concard, game time decision. Watson, game time decision. Strather out for Denver. So definitely some question marks still on the Denver side in that matchup. It's kind of why that total's at 235. It's looking a little weird for me for a Denver game that's not in the 240s. OKC side of things, we got Wiggins out. Well, Wiggins game time decision, I think he's going to be out in that one. Caruso, Holmgren, and Mitchell out for OKC. On the Memphis side of things, definitely got some game time decisions still there. Aldama, Concard, John Morant, Pippen, still game time decision. Jackson out. Hakimura out. Poulin out for Memphis. Looking at the Detroit lineup, we got Harper, Harris, Ivy Smith out. Stewart, most likely for the Pistons. There on the Clippers side of things, Jones, Leonard, Powell, Simmons out for the Clippers. Heading on over to Ron. What do you think of those the last four on the NBA slate tonight?
I hate this time of year. I give it up to Solo and a couple others that are doing NBA. I mean, I'm doing all right, but Jesus, it's so hard to predict these games at this point. But I'm going to go back to a beating, if you will, that happened in Memphis at the FedEx Forum a couple of months ago. And I'm going to, like I said, I'm done with Memphis, so it's not a premium. I'll tell you right now, I'm done with Memphis as a favorite, but they are a dog at home. And as a dog, they're actually winning by 5 points per game. So I'm going to take a shot with Memphis again. But I would suggest you wait and see if John Morant does play in this one. But I'm going to go with the Grizzlies. And how can you fade the Detroit Pistons right now? And it looks like the Clippers don't even want to play either. So I'm going to go with the Pistons, and I'm going to lay the points in that one.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you think there, Ramon?
Yeah, I got to go with the Pistons here in this one, guys. Clippers have, injuries for sure coming into this game. You got no Kawhi, no Norm Powell, and now a couple other guys have popped up here today on the injured list, Ben Simmons and Derek Jones. So I'm going to have to go with the Pistons here. Harris is out, as you mentioned there, Rod, but still, for me, this team's so hot here right now. The Pistons, man, what a story, what a feel-good story right now. They do own this, the Clippers do own this series against the Pistons. 10 of the last 11 meetings the Clippers have won, but the Pistons favored on the road by 4.5 because, hey, why not? They've won 10 of their last 11. They've covered 10 of their last 12. The Clippers are going in the opposite direction right now. 2-12 against the spread in their last 14. Failing to cover in 8 straight games. They are good at home. I'll give them that, even against the spread. Really one of the best teams in the league. But this Pistons train, I'm on them. Pistons today. Guys, lay it.
NBA is a tough slate today. Looking at the Bucks in the second half of games have definitely not been good, but with the lineups that are going here in this one, with all the guys opting in for the Bucks, I think they win by 20 in that one. I'm gonna lay the 11 with the Bucks in that one. It's just like, how do you back a Dallas squad that's just that banged up? It's like it looked like the injury list got even worse than what it was this morning. So it's like, oh no, they're definitely even less than the G League. You know, you might as well tank. You might as well just fall off the cliff and be done with it. It's like tough, man. That's just tough. I feel for the fan base of Dallas for sure. They're
Yeah, they totally dismantled that team in a matter of a
oh,
month. It's just
right.
unbelievable.
It's almost like
Western Conference Finals. Western Conference Finals.
yeah.
And last year going on, man, they could have gone all the way. They had everything coming back, man. Just I hate the owner. I would hate the ownership if I lived in Dallas right now.
Oh, I understand why the revolting. So, anyways, on to the next one. Looking at these ones, how can you not ride Detroit? The Clippers are ass. It's just brick. They have played their better ball at home, and a 4.5. It's a scary proposition laying it with Detroit on the road. But you look at this Detroit club on the road; they're actually pretty good as the road favorite. I believe it's 6 straight as the road favorite.
I got them 8-2 on my spreadsheet. 8-2 is a road favorite.
Yeah, and I got 6 straight out of that 8-2. So they're definitely been hot lately. And the Clippers have failed to cover the spread in the last 8 games. So yeah, we got to ride the Pistons there in that one. Maybe even look for an extended line. I think you get a big game in that one from the Pistons. All right, let's get on to the college basketball slate of things. We'll kick it off. Kicking it off with the early one. We got Southern Miss taking on Georgia Southern in that conference tournament to kick it off. Hey, Southern Miss got themselves a win beating Coastal yesterday. That was a little surprising, people. Another lot of 7 o'clock games here, so we'll do everything from, we'll include the 7:30 with USC Upstate taking on Gardner Webb at 7:30, and everything all the way up to, as I said, the 4 o'clock game that kicks us off today in the college basketball slate. What do you think there, Ron?
So at 8:30, I got I'm just kidding there. we won't do that mistake once again. Give me Kansas State. They're getting points. That actually was at 9 earlier. I think it's down to 7.5 now. Give me the Wildcats. When they get on a run, and they win a couple in a lose the ATS in a row and then win a couple. Also going to Florida Gators. I know it's senior night at Alabama, but Florida's just a good team, man. They went into Auburn and just handed it to us. So I'm sure as a dog, yeah, we can get a cover out of the Gators. Maybe not a win. Might be a last possession game. Going to Pitt and NC State. NC State's ass. We've seen it. We've seen it all year. I'm gonna lay it with Pittsburgh on the road, probably on the money line there. And UCF playing a horrible Oklahoma State team. Give me the Knights in that one.
Hang on over Ramon. What do you like there? Those was Ramon. Sorry.
All right,
I cannot repeat with the saying about NC State on the air.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
I was willing to wait.
Okay, you would say NC State is ass, and
yeah,
Pittsburgh,
they are,
and
man.
Pittsburgh and Pittsburgh eats shit. So I don't know what you got going. And there's the DGen special tonight. I think in the
that's a DGen in college for sure.
That's definitely one right there.
But Pittsburgh's a lot bigger and stronger. I think Pittsburgh.
I don't know. Yeah, there's some. I'm not rushing the win over that one there. Any other what do you like there?
All right, I'll let me scratch off the Pittsburgh NC State game. That was
definitely just.
Go to Xavier. I'll go with Red Hot Xavier here, guys. I mean, come on, this team cooking right now with wins, and Butler not so much. Coming off a couple of losses, yeah, they had tough opponents there, like St. John's and Villanova, but Xavier here hot, and they're covering numbers here at this point. So do have to lay a little bit on the road. I think it's up to 4.5 here right now, but I think they hold Butler down actually here at Hinkle, and I'm going to take Xavier to get this one, lay 4.5, and I'm going to go to Bonaventure. They're back to being that Bonaventure cover team that we saw at the beginning of the season. Here, with Bonaventure start off pretty much the hottest spread team in the country, tailed off a little bit. Maybe they were a little overrated. I don't know. They're just a fine team. They're not overwhelming, but they sure do get it done right now against the number again, just like they were at the beginning of the year. Covered 5 in a row here right now, and I'm going to take them in this one against UMass here. They're laying a little bit right now, but I'm going to be willing to lay it here with St. Bonaventure at home. Lay the points against UMass in this one. They're laying 8 right now.
Yeah, well, I like UMass in that spot. They're pretty good on the road there.
Right.
UMass getting 8. They're 7-3 ATS on the road this season is UMass. And I think getting 8, I think is just a touch too many for me there in that one. Bonnie's 2-3 in their last 5 straight up. 2-3 against the number of their last 5. They are good at home straight up. 11-3. Give it to them there. I'm not looking for UMass to win this game. I'm just looking for them to cover that 8. Just as I said on the morning show, so I still like it there at the 8. I think that's where it was this morning, as it buzzed an inch. So Book's pretty happy with where they're sitting in that game as well. So give me the 8 with UMass.
Yeah, fair enough. My stat was wrong on that, Rod. I was talking about as a favorite, so my bad on that. But I still have Bonaventure. I gave out a stat. I misread a stat on my synopsis, so thank you for that.
Oh, all good. No worries.
We're still against one another.
I didn't even catch. I missed it. I didn't catch it, but
That's okay. Nobody listens to me, anyways.
That's not true.
What?
What? Huh? What? You walked into that one. All right.
Did I mention NC State?
I meant to say the series history belongs to St. Bonaventure, covering 5 straight. I said they'd covered 5 in a row.
Oh, head to head. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I messed up. I got my notes right here, and I can't even read them. But,
all good. Hey, we're human. We make mistakes. No biggie there. Definitely. And you corrected yourself, and it's head to head. Hey, so maybe they're due. I don't think outright, as I said.
We're all good.
I don't think outright. I think it's just too many in that one. And then there's, for me, I'm looking at another one here in this time spot. I like FDU here at home. Give me the Knights in this one. I don't trust Stonehill on the road. 2-3 against the number, straight up. 1-3-1 against that spread. I know FDU hasn't been the greatest in their last 5. 1-4. 1-4 ATS against that number, but at home here, they're playing solid basketball at home. Give me FDU. I think I got them by about 6 in that one. It'll be close most of the way, but FDU pulls away late in that one. Another one I'm looking at here in these games is up to 6 now. Hey, I think you still lay it with you're looking at Southern Miss taking on Georgia Southern. Southern Miss played yesterday against Coastal, and that ended their losing streak. So expect them to bounce back here against a Georgia Southern team that's definitely the better team in that matchup. It's not even close. Laying 6, I will. I think it's a 10-point win there in that, man. It might be close. Southern Miss might be able to keep it close early, but once you hit that second half, I think Georgia Southern starts to pull away, and they pull away by 10+ to kick off the day early in that, in about, 28 minutes in that matchup. All right, that wraps up the that slate of college basketball. We'll head on over to the late slate. Everything after the 8 p.m. spot. It ends the night, small slate on the night, with Washington heading into USC. USC laying 7 in that matchup. Heading on over to Ron. What do you think there, Ron?
Yeah, we're going to look at this one. We're going to go with Missouri and Oklahoma. You know, Missouri, I really wanted Oklahoma in this game, but I've seen this line climb, and it's very worrisome. So I think the best bet probably in Missouri, Oklahoma is let's go with the over. We're going to go over 159.5 in that one. We got Marquette going against Connecticut. This is not the same Connecticut team we've seen in the past couple years now. Hurley might have them ready to go, but this is Shaka's in March, and that's his time. And I'm going to take Marquette. I think they win on a money line. I don't think you need the points in that one. And we got Tennessee and Ole Miss. Yeah, I've been on the Ole Miss train. But, again, we got Tennessee with a bad spot here coming off the win against Alabama at the buzzer. I'm gonna take Ole Miss plus the points in that one.
You're braver than I am with Ole Miss. Heading on
I
over
know
to
I've been
Ramon.
burned several
I
times.
know. I'd
They're
still
they're
feel it.
still 11 and
Still
3 at
feel it.
home though, straight
I
up.
know.
So,
Solid at home, and I was probably on all three of
yeah.
those losses. That's probably why I'm feeling
And
burned.
they beat Auburn at home too. Remember that? Yeah.
So, heading on over to Ramon. What do you think of those slate, Ramon?
Yeah, I'll go first here to Davidson and Loyola of Chicago. I'm going to take the under here in this one. I think Loyola Chicago is going to slam down Dayton here in this one and probably take care of business. But I'm going to look to the total to go under here. As you have a Davidson team 3-8 to the under as an underdog here, and they're getting a handful of points. So give me the under here with Davidson and Loyola Chicago. And well, I got an ugly one here a little bit now with Washington and USC, both teams in a bad way right now on losing streaks here. USC's losing streak is a little bit longer. I'm going to lay it here with Washington. It looks like maybe a little bit of a discount, the move here. It's still back up to 7, but I'm going to go with USC here tonight. Was a candidate to make my card, but I thought the spread was going to go the other way. So I'm just going to end up laying it here on the show. Can't recite a bunch of spread numbers or anything that USC is better in that department because they haven't been winning or covering, but neither is Washington really. So I'm going to lay 7 here with USC.
And for the late night slate for me here in these ones, you know what, I'm looking at a revenge spot here. Give me Lindenwood taking on Moorhead in that conference tournament game. Moorhead won earlier this season, but here at home on their own court, I like Lindenwood to get the revenge in that matchup. It's 1.5. I think it's been 1.5 most of the day there in that one, and 11-3 straight up. So I'm not even going to worry about that 1.5. I'm going to take Lindenwood on the money line. I think they beat Moorhead State in that matchup. And man, another one I'm looking at here is give me UConn in the first half of that game. Why? Because UConn in the first half at home, 0-13 ATS in the first half at home. So I'm going to take Marquette on the money line in that first half of that game there tonight. It's 2. If you want to take the 2, you can go ahead, take the 2 points, but because that is an ATS number, 0-13 ATS. They have won a couple money lines first half. That last one, they were at a 6-point lead, 7-point lead, I believe, in that first half. But here against Marquette, I'm going to take a little bit of plus money on the money line with Marquette in the first half in UConn there. And then another one here I'm looking at in this time spot. That line on Wisconsin's come down. It's less than 7 now, what it was before when I see it. So that means some money's come on the Gophers there at home. Give me Wisconsin there in that one. I got Wisconsin by 10 plus.
Shot of whiskey.
Yeah, give me a shot of whiskey. The other team that's burnt me a couple times, definitely felt the burn from whiskey a couple times this year. But I think this is one of those bounce spots. They're one of those teams that, off a loss, they're pretty good. They bounce back, and I think this is one of those spots. They got the Gophers by 10 plus in that matchup. And then another one I like here. I can't believe it's up to 5. It's like Missouri on the road. 3-6. It's a 50-50 coin flip at best on the road. I'm going to take Oklahoma on senior night there, plus the 5 in that one. We know Oklahoma at home. Hey, look, 11-5 straight up. They've played some great games at home. And on senior night, they got a big group of seniors in Oklahoma as well. So that will be graduating there. So watch out next season. We'll be able to fade Oklahoma, but because there will be a lot of young talent coming in there, unless they transfer portal up. But right now, senior night, give us Oklahoma plus the 5 in that matchup. That wraps up the college basketball slate of things. Let's get on over to the ice and see what we got going there. 5 games on the slate tonight going. We got big news. Tampa Bay picked up Bjorkstrand from Seattle today in a big trade. So Tampa got better. They were already hot. Even with the getting rid of Stamkos this year, they bounced back and looking real good as that Tampa club. Picking up some guys at the deadline to make it another run. But looking at today's slate, we got Washington taking on New York. We got Ottawa taking on the Blackhawks. We got Toronto heading into Vegas to take on the Knights. St. Louis heading into LA to take on the Kings. And we got the Ducks on the back-to-back after whooping it up on the Oilers to take on the Canucks. Here in this one on Wednesday night. Heading over to Ron. What do you think there, Ron?
Yep, had the Ducks last night. Like them again. Yeah, plus 1.5. Keep getting that puck line on the Ducks. It's been money. Also I'm going to go with it's probably an unpopular pick. Everybody's jumping all over the Blackhawks. I'm going to lay the goal and a half with Ottawa in that one. It's just they're the better team. We got Soderblom going for Chicago tonight, I believe. So I'll lay it there. And the Kings were horrible on the road. They're scoring 1 goal per game, and they get outscored like 15-3 in the last 3 games on the road. But they're back home. The Kings, what they do at home. We're going to take the Kings in regulation in that one.
Heading on over to Ramon. What do you think there, Ramon?
No, I gotta go with the Kings of the puck line, the Ducks. In this one, I mean, they might not win them all, but they sure are hanging in there. It seems like every game here of late, and they're up against that Vancouver team. They've actually failed 10 straight games as the puck line favorite. So give me the Ducks. I know they played that game yesterday, got the back-to-backer here off of that win over your Oilers, Rod, but I'll still try them. I don't know. The Canucks probably could win this one, but not at this price for me. I've got to take a stab here on the show with the Ducks on the puck line.
Couple for me in this early one. If you're looking for a nice little parlay, I got an NHL one. Rare that I got an NHL parlay, but it's definitely archived on the YouTube channel. Go check it out. Little 3-team parlay. So one I'm looking at here, Ottawa, Chicago. I like the over in that game tonight. I think we see some goals between these two clubs. First game of the year between these two teams. Ottawa's 9-1 to the over in their last 10 games. You look at the Blackhawks, 7-1-2 to the over in their last 10 games. So both clubs lighting the lamp, or maybe Ottawa's picking the puck out of the net. One of the two in that one. But you look at the history, I can't back Ottawa on the road at a minus 240 favorite. No chance, no way, no how, no way can I do that. You look at this Blackhawks club at home, they've been money makers. Even at 12, 15, and 3, you're up almost 4 units with this Blackhawks club at home on the money line. They've been money, even with a losing record. So at this big plus price, I'm going to take the Blackhawks here in this one to win their third straight hockey game over Ottawa. They're actually head-to-head, 9-1 in the last 10 versus this Ottawa club. So give me Chicago in that one. And then whatever one, I gotta agree with Ramon. Give me the Ducks. Take the plus 1.5 if you want to even sprinkle on that money line at a big plus price. It's like you want to get in front of the Ducks. They're rolling right along. This Canucks team is looking like they might be sellers at the trade deadline and unload a lot of guys there. Might blow it up. Rather than take some guys in trying to make a run. So I agree. Give us the Ducks. You know why? Because it's not that flight from Edmonton to Vancouver. It's not even that bad because you most of the time you look at your ticket and you leave at 10 o'clock, and then basically you arrive back there. It's 10 o'clock. It's an hour flight at best. And because you're going a little farther west, you're going from the Western time zone over to the from the Mountain time zone into the West. You lose no time. It's just so weird that you almost the same time. You landed the flight. Look, your flight was 1 minute. So no big flight travel there on a back-to-back spot. All right, that wraps it up. Now that gets us into the. Let's do a quick little. Somebody said we had some news on the NBA, so we'll go back.
Tatum's out. He's
saying. Check it out. Yeah, and it is Tatum and Holiday out. Pritchard, Porzingis, game time decision. They're most likely going to play there for Boston in that one. So if you got me on the morning show, I said Jaylen Brown, that first bucket. I still like it. I bet it already, plus 400. Tyler Hero out for the Heat has been announced in that matchup. This has been changed. Grant still game time decision in that matchup. Randall for the Timberwolves still game time decision. Utah, nothing changed there. Still George questionable. Nothing changed. Dallas and Milwaukee. Sacramento and Denver. Still Aaron Gordon and Joker still game time decision there. Concar game time decision. Najee and Watson still game time decision there. No other news there. So that takes us on over to the parlay peripheral section or player prop, game in the future. We leave it up to the capper to decide whatever they want to head our way as a free play there. and then they'll let you know what they got going over at Tony's Picks, because that's where you find our best bets. Hit the link in the description. Get on over and use Tony T at checkout to save 15% off all your purchases over at Tony's Picks. All right, let's get into it. Ron, what do you got for us tonight?
What does Sean say? Don't parlay these. Play them straight up. Last night you've been 2-1, so I'm going to keep that momentum going. But I'm going to give you 3 dogs win straight up tonight, and that's the Florida Gators, Marquette, and UL Lafayette. There's your 3 dogs. What I have tonight, I have 2 on the ice, including my NHL slap shot play. It's been really hot, and I got my NCAA 3-point play has also been really hot, so you can get that. And I got another one as well that you can get for my long-term people. But like I said, soccer was done. We'll give you a soccer for tomorrow. Take Real Sociedad and Man United. Both teams to score in that one. So that's Europe League tomorrow. Europa. So like Rod said, everybody here that you're seeing on these shows, we're all on the leaderboard consistently. So pair us up. You get the best of both worlds. You get NCAA there with Rod and NCAA with Ramon, and we got soccer covered. We got NHL covered. And, the morning guys, some of those guys down there got the NBA covered for you. So definitely pair us up and get that 2-for-1 capper deal. And don't forget to use that code, Tony T, at checkout.
Thank you, Ron. Heading on over to Ramon. What do you got for us, Ramon?
Yeah, I'm going with a parlay here. Do whatever you want. Round robin, tease on. Give me the under here with Pittsburgh and NC State for the last 5 meetings between these two have gone under. It's a tightly rated game here, so I actually have this one about the mid 130s, mid to high 130s. So give me the under here, Pittsburgh and NC State. I'm going to take an over next with Oklahoma State and Central Florida. This one a little bit. This is a series that, man, these guys go usually under. The haven't had a lot of meetings together, but nonetheless, I'm going over here. It's at 165 right now. Oklahoma State and Central Florida. I've got the over there. And to wrap it up, I've got tournament action. I got to have a tournament game on this show. Give me Tennessee Martin here. The line has moved against them a little bit. They were a pick 'em. They're up to 2 right now, but still willing to lay it here against Tennessee Tech in the OVC tournament. That's the early 7 o'clock game in the OVC. Take Tennessee Martin. So I've got Pittsburgh, NC State under, Oak State, Central Florida over, and Tennessee Martin. But if you want my best picks, they're over at Tony'sPicks.com. I've got packages today in the NBA and college basketball, and I've got my $19 discount best bet in the NHL today. So head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT to save 15%, or just hop on long term. You get all my plays today over at Tony'sPicks.com. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you too, Ramon. Thank you. For me, I'm going to go to the NHL for the parlay today. We're going to go under St. Louis and LA. We're going to go under the Ducks and Canucks. And we're going to take the Washington Capitals on the money line in that one. I don't like the Rangers' third game, 4-night situation. I've been fading those teams in the third night, fourth game situation. Even with Charlie Lindgren going for the Capitals there. And that one is the rare me betting on Washington with Charlie Lindgren going. It's time to end a little bit of a slump, Washington, there in that one. I think they could take advantage of New York there. In that 3-teamer. For me, over at Tony's Picks tonight, it's all college basketball. We're going for my 13th 10-star college basketball slam dunk play of the day. You can scoop that up singly, or that's included in the college basketball 5-pack I got going tonight. That's all I got going. No NBA, no NHL. Those two burnt me yesterday. Still had a winning day because college basketball had a nice 4-1 day there. So we're looking to continue the hot streak in college basketball. So jump aboard. College basketball has been money lately, so I'm going to just keep riding it. That's what you got to do, ride whether it's hot in whatever sport you got going. And give you all my free plays here. So thanks, everybody who's tunes into this show every day. Greatly appreciate it. It's been fun doing these happy hour shows, and looking forward to doing plenty more in the future with all you guys. So you guys here, hey, make sure you tell everybody, like, subscribe, let everybody know this is the place to be, the happy hour at Tony's Picks at 5 p.m. Eastern. Any last words for everybody before we head on out from Ron and Ramon?
No, thanks for everybody. We couldn't do it without you, so we like to see all your smiley faces every night here. So don't forget, every Monday through Friday. I know, like myself and Ramon can't make the morning show, but we'll be here for you every single night as possible.
Yeah, and don't forget, games start a little bit early tomorrow. We're starting to really kick off March Madness, baby.
Oh yeah,
Right?
Arch Madness. Yes, we got the Missouri Valley going off at noon. Yeah, tomorrow. So
Right? Time for some DJ games. We don't have to be betting any preseason baseball anymore during the day, so I can
that's your
retire
game
my
of the year,
record.
man. What are you talking about? You hit it.
I'm retired.
Preseason
1-0.
baseball.
How'd you do in
Rod
preseason
loves
baseball?
preseason
1-0,
baseball.
baby. 1-0. By the way, Taslando, I like that. I like Chitrin to get an anytime goal in that Capitals game there tonight. We should see some goals between both those guys at both clubs there. So kind of lean to an over there. So I like that, especially plus 500. That's a nice shot you need to take there. Thanks everybody. Have yourself a wonderful Wednesday. Remember, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. We'll kickstart the morning show. Do it all over again on Thursday. Kick the bookie in the teeth tonight and put that cash in your pocket. Have yourselves a good one. Catch you on the next one.